Previously in Trails for Daybreak 2, the party took on a monster extermination quest and defeated a fairly weak archaism, only for a much stronger and bigger one to show up. In the fishing side quest, Van uses protagonist privileges to catch Magna Garvels, a massive golden catfish. In Aramis Sweets contest, the party recruited several contestants and Van acted as a judge in the final round, where he had the tie-breaking vote.
Oh, what a coincidence! Please.
A girlfriend? That means I'll finally have an older sister. Oh, Lyle, you should have told me you had a girlfriend. Girlfriend? Mom, no, Shion's just a friend. Sorry, she can be a bit of an airhead sometimes. I see. She had me worried for a second. Oh, she's adorable, Lyle. I'm so happy for you. My brother's awesome. Oh, what are you two doing here? I thought I told you not to come. I'm sorry, Chris. We just couldn't help ourselves. I couldn't resist the idea of seeing you have fun for once. You see, your mother and I decided to follow our hearts this time. To live without regret, so to speak. It's important to focus on your happiness, after all. Don't make it sound all noble. You're just indulging yourselves. I can't even imagine what Kisara would say if she saw us right now. Anyway, go home, would you? You've had your fill. What are you talking about? The festival's just started. That's right. We still have to see the show you're putting on, Chris. Oh, I'm so excited. These two are so stubborn. Ugh, I'm doomed. Please, I'm begging you. Just go home already. I'm only here to help out with the student council. I'm not even in any of the shows. Are you two listening to me? Chris has been staying late to help with the festival ever since the school started. I'm positive he's involved in all sorts of events. I'll make sure to see him all of them. Or Chris has grown into a fine young man. And with the help of Aramis, he'll mature into an even finer adult. Remind me to greet the faculty later and ask for a tour of the campus. I know we're not dating, but, well, I suppose there are worse things to be mistaken for. No, Mom, it's not like that. Okay, Aramis window shopping squad roll out. We're gonna window shop till we drop. Once we've pestered every booth with our mirror-pinching ways, my conquest of the festival will be complete. Then I will laugh triumphantly from the rooftop, and the vanquished shall bow down to their new grand ruler. Waha! Your maniacal plans make sense to you and you alone. How about this, Nadia? Instead of doing something completely nonsensical, why don't we just go on a normal date?
It's an annual tradition.
You're such a killjoy, yes. Can you just loosen up for once in your...
The founder of our academy.
Wait, do you just... There are a lot of two-person events here. In fact, there's almost too many, and I have my suspicions as to who's behind that. But hey, I'm not complaining. It works out well for us, don't you think?
So please, enjoy.
Now let's get out there and show everyone we have the strongest bond in the whole wide world. Come on, let's go. Okay. You've been staring off into space for a while now. Something wrong? Not really, but if you'd really like to know what's on my mind. I've just been thinking that I don't have to try and be a replacement for Ace anymore. Oh, so that's why your relationship went nowhere. Oh, I see. What do I do? S is acting really weird. Nadia, calm down. Now's not the time to be panicking. You're right, it's just a date. With S, I'm going on a date with... my mind's gone totally blank. I don't know what to do. Well, you can always let S take the lead. Just leave everything to him.
Volunteers from the sports
Oh, alright.
set up some food stalls.
I didn't expect her to be so at a loss when she's finally being pursued, given all the flirting she's done with him. Heh, she's so adorable. Oh, I know you two. You helped us out that one time on Nev Island. Fancy meeting you here. We wanted to make the most of this opportunity, since work often keeps me away from my wife and daughter. That's why I'm going to spend all day today playing with my little girl. And I'm so happy Daddy feels the same way I do. Now we just have to decide what route we want to take for the festival. I really am happy the three of us can spend time together as a family for once. I'm a lover of art, so I've really been looking forward to this festival. I hear they have a good many paintings and sculptures on display, so maybe the three of us can go and take a look later. Oh, not bad. Looks like the people here have done some research on Eastern cuisine. And the results are pretty good. You should give his stuff a try, Van.
Thank you for coming to the first day.
The atmosphere is quite enchanting. I'd stay here the rest of the day if I could. Hey Shizuna, is it true that some of the students reached out to you for feedback on their booths?
It's an annual tradition.
Yep, all I did was give them a few pointers after looking at their prototypes.
The founder of our
When she heard some of us were being called in as advisors, she decided she wanted in too. Bet the students were giddy as could be to hear our Divine Blade sing praises about their tea. You know, it just hit me how weird it is seeing you guys hang out together. How'd this even happen anyway? Well, when I dropped by, Shizuna waved and motioned me to come over. So I sat down and we just started chatting about Eastern foods and tourist spots over tea. Well, that sounds nice. Speaking of tourist spots, there's no better place to visit than Longlai in springtime. The sight of the trees in full bloom can't be beat. Though the view of the nearby river with all the little petals resting on top is a close second. I love fishing there during that time. That sounds lovely. I've been to Longlai more than a few times for film premieres. I don't think I've ever been there during the spring. Me and the gang went to Longlai last year, but we didn't get to fully enjoy it. Things were a little hectic. Wouldn't mind going back for some actual R&R sometime. Ooh, take me with you. I can give you a full tour of the place. We can cap off with another duel in the Ishgal Mountains. And why the hell do you think I'd want to do that? Ugh, you make a real shit tour guide, you know that?
Aramis Academy Festival.
Heh. We first met in the fall of last year, right? And we've crossed paths many times since. I think Faye is sending a message.
That preserves.
Oh, and speaking of Longlai, I'm pretty familiar with the Ishgal Mountains, so next time you're there, I'll be happy to give you the grand tour. The view from the summit is breathtaking, and there's some wild veggies off the beaten path that you've got to try. Pass, not much of a mountain climber, sorry. And besides, what makes you think I'd go along with you on this hypothetical trip of yours? Speaking of Longlai, I heard Judith went there in the secret and then ran out into you and your group. She didn't tell me all the details, but it sounded like quite a bit happened. Though she was there with all of you, I'm sure she had a good time. Costume. I've been thinking a lot about what you said back in Longport, and well, I don't think I've quite figured out the answer just yet. But I know I will eventually. I will find a path that's true to my flame. Very good. One must be prudent when deciding the course of their life. Now you have found your center, I have no doubt you will one day arrive at the answer you are searching for. Right. You're doing great, Fairy. She most certainly is.
Card battle tournament.
No, and I suggest we set aside the more serious matters and focus on enjoying the festival. Shall we find something to eat? Heck yeah, I hardly ever get to spend time with you bunch, so let's see some smiles. Sure, I'll smile like the best of them. Thanks, Rosette. You too, Mirabelle.
Try your luck.
That goes for you too, Costume. Don't forget that you promised to spend the whole day with me. We're definitely playing Grid Hackers in the Quiz King tournament after this, back to back. And Fairy and Roselle will be coming with, of course. That sound like a plan? You ask as if we had any choice in the matter. Not that I would object, mind you. I intend to keep that promise I made. You're even more animated than usual, Mirabelle. I will gladly accept your invitation. I always enjoy spending time with you. I'm really glad Fairy and Costume got a chance to talk things over. Yeah, me too. Ooh, glad I got that off my chest. I want to keep searching for the best way to be true to my inner flame. Oh, but for right now, I'm just gonna focus on enjoying the festival. I'm super jealous of Agnes. I mean, she gets to eat this delicious food every day. Talk about living a high life. It's not very often I get a chance to enjoy leisurely conversations like this. Earlier, we even had an opportunity to take in all the sights of the festival together. Mirabelle and Mr. Al-Fayed have been acting a bit peculiar, however. Well, if I suspect it's true, then I will happily cheer them on.
This festival is an annual tradition.
Wilfred and Mirabelle have informed me that you all served as advisors for the festival. I'm not very familiar with these sorts of events, but it looks like it all came together nicely. Well, all I did was offer a little advice. Anyway, so you have something else you want to tell me? It's just as your former teacher, something struck me as off. However, it doesn't seem you're in need of my words at the moment. Look, this guy always manages to see right through me. Does that mean... I know Costume has a pretty sour look on his face, but I can tell he's glad to see how much Fairy's improving. The siblings have been reunited once more, and me and my best friend are along for a ride. It'll be a waste if we don't have a blast with it. Gotta seize the moment, you know? Whoops, we catch you at a bad time, Marielle? Oh, hi, Van. Not at all, I was just sitting down with Professor Cronkite here to ask a few questions. She certainly caught me by surprise. One moment I was wandering the hallways, the next I'm face to face with her. I made it known I turned down all impromptu interviews, but this young lady refused to listen.
Volunteers from the sports clubs.
Sorry if I was a little forceful, but I promise I'll make it worth your while. This story's gonna be one for the ages. So, Mr. Liu, going forward, do you believe sustainability is going to be key to maintaining a healthy economy in Calvard? Without doubt. Our reliance on oral power is far preferable to that of fossil fuels. This is indisputably more energy efficient and environmentally friendly. It's a double-edged sword, however, given that the supply of subtium is unfortunately finite. There's also the matter of the desertification in the east, for which the cause still eludes us. That's why I want us to redirect our focus towards optimizing energy networks in our cities rather than relying solely on natural resources. I truly believe that smart grids are the future. Oh right, Professor Hamilton touched on all this during her speech at the symposium the other day. She stressed the importance of the new advancements in the orbital network and AI technology. Let me jot all this down real quick. This is related to the World Sustainable Development Goals, right? Sounds like your article is about what we can anticipate in the future. Man, she's really been coming into her own, huh? I think I'll give a read when she's done. On the subject of trimming the fat, the Rene company underwent some executive restructuring in the aftermath of Towson's dismissal. While not altogether uncommon, there exists a proclivity to make resource cuts. Even if said measures result in the crippling of innovation. Perhaps there may yet exist a means of restoring some of those employees, on a conditional basis, mind you. There are limits as to what Heiwei can do if we remain to slaves to tradition. That's precisely why we're making a list of all the stagnant ideas we'd best discard. Zhao has cast a die, so the time for us to move forward is now. With Ashin's assistance, I intend to do everything within my power and influence to reform our organization. I was wanting to ask Professor Konkai about what we can expect with the T-Fund going forward. I was curious about possible future iterations. But that was a dead end. Sounds like he jumped off the project after the initial launch. Still, he gave me a few things to chew on. The future's looking better than ever.
So far, so good. Everything's going smoothly. Still, it's a little strange. The school feels like a completely different place with all the decorations we put up.
That change of scenery is what makes these events so much fun. She might be on break, but her eyes are totally lit up.
Welcome to the mini market.
She's grown a lot over this past year.
Our entire student body has put their all.
Your generosity knows no bounds, Your Highness. Yeah, seriously, I can't believe the princely family supplied the mini market with all these furnishings. Yeah, this was nothing more than a modest offering. In fact, one could be forgiven for thinking it meager. I'm certain that thought crossed the mind of the young lady from Heiwei, no? Not at all. I was actually just thinking the incense burner I purchased a minute ago was very nice. It's gratifying without being gaudy. In my opinion, it's perfectly suited for a school festival like this. Well, that's certainly relieving to hear. Oh, by the way, I have an inquiry for you, Gambler Jack. I've heard many a tale of your legendary escapades. I take it you're well versed in the many clandestine activities that occur here in the capital, yes? And will you care to give me a tour this evening? Oh, so His Highness wants a little peek behind the curtain, eh? Sure, that sounds like a good time. Hey, wait a second, Jack. There's no way Naje's going to let you two get away with that. Yeah, His Highness is up to no good as always. I feel for Hal and Naje. Bringing those boys in can't be easy.
As well as a one-on-one basketball.
Yeah, it seems like Hal's always got her hands full with Jack. No, and I think I'll do a little more shopping around the bazaar. I'd like to get a few gifts. I've got Jin covered. That incense burner is for him. Aaron's actually been doing a lot for me recently, so maybe I'll give him a little something special. I did have a chance to chat with the Crown Prince during that party late last year. I like him. He seems like he's a real upstanding guy. Anyway, I guess I'd better hurry up and get to work on my plan. You think Jack would be a little more mannerly when he's with literal royalty, but nope. And now he's planning to go sneaking off with the prince later tonight. I won't be able to take my eyes off these two for a single second. I can compromise if need be. We could take Hal, Naje, and Zeta along on our convivial night on the town. Although our choices of destinations may, by necessity, differ than if Jack and I had to go alone. Nevertheless, there's no shortage of mirth and merriment to be had on such an excursion.
Sir, then I invite you to come.
Hey, you showed up. We're just doing the last round of checks before the show. All the props have been inspected already, so the only thing left to do is help the performers get ready. Nice work, everyone. Everyone's done enough rehearsing. At this stage, I'd say mental prep's more important than that. Fair point. Well, come what may, I think this show's going to bring down the house. It's thanks to everyone that it's turned out so well. I'm getting a bad case of the jurors, though. Like, seriously, I really don't want to get stage fright up there. Want my advice? Just turn off your brain and focus on having fun. That's what I always do. I'll be taking the lead during our dances. Just follow my moves and go with the flow. You'll knock them dead, I promise. It's a one and done part anyway, so once it's over, that's it. You've got one shot to dazzle the audience, so make it count. Thanks, everyone. Man, I'm so glad we have you pros around to give us a kick in the pants we need. I'm only going to pro just yet, but thanks.
From the sports club.
Speaking of thanks, I wanted to say I really appreciate you and Fairy helping with building the sets, Aaron. It's nothing. I don't mind carrying everyone's asses every now and then. Oh, and you can leave the other performers to us. We'll check in on them so you guys can go out and have fun or whatever. Okay then. Thanks, Aaron. Looking forward to seeing how it all comes together. I thought I was just going to be a stagehand, but they're roping me into a small part towards the end of play. I was hesitant at first, but after seeing all the blood, sweat, and tears that went into this, I really want to make this the best show it can be. I know I'll only be here for the first day, but that won't stop me from giving it my best effort. It's getting harder and harder to contain my excitement the closer we get to showtime. That's why I rushed on over here ahead of Sarah. I'm totally on board with the theme they chose for the show. Just you wait, I'm going to capture the hearts of everyone with my dancing. Admittedly, I'm a little nervous at the prospect of getting on stage, but I have a little choice with the grin and bear it. Mark my words, I will give it my all. Only thing left to do before the big show is to check on all students and the great guest performers. My guys have got all their moves down to an art. They're gonna knock everyone's socks off, guaranteed. Shame they won't get much time to shine, but damn if they won't make it the best 2 minutes in the history of theater.
Daring challenge. Why not give it a try?
They really have to dance with Mishi? This is a lot harder than I thought. Wow, you're bad at this. Like, really, really bad. Don't quit your day job. I agree that he could use a few pointers. Say, why don't you teach him how to dance, Yume? Okay, but only if he calls me master. Alright then, show me how it's done, master. Oh, I didn't even see you all there. Are you here to see the Mishi show? Yeah, don't know why we'd be here otherwise. I see you guys found Yume. Yes, we picked her up just a minute ago. She was all wound up when we got her. It sounded like she had a lot of fun with her fairy and Shizuna. Didn't you, sweetie? Yep, and now I'm gonna have fun with you and Maxim. We've got a lot of playing to do, so you better be ready. Oh, and we gotta see Agnes and everybody else in the show later too. I'm so excited. Right there with you. Should be a good time. Well, we better not disappoint then. It really is nice to see the 3 of them enjoying themselves like this.
Thank you for coming to the first day of the Aramis.
Yume looks like she's having a lot of fun. I'm so glad. No one can know what the future has in store, but it would be nice if this happiness could last.
Is an annual tradition that preserves the principles that Aramis.
There's still a whole bunch more things I want to do today. I'm gonna see Agnes and everyone else in the show later too. You know, this is all really nice. It's almost like we're a family. I want to think long and hard about the kind of future I can have with the 2 of them. Daddy said he was off duty today, but then he had to go to work again. I always tell him it's okay, but it still makes me sad. Oh, Gigi. I'm sure your daddy is just as sad. In fact, I know he hates when he can't be around to play with you. I'm sure he still wants you to have fun while he's away, and when he gets back, we can all play together. That sound good? Yeah, then let's go play with Mishi. I'll tell Daddy all about how cute he is later. That sounds wonderful, sweetie. I'm sure he'll be thrilled to hear all about it. I knew there was a chance my husband would be called away to work today. I understand his job is important, but like my daughter, I'm always a little disappointed when he has to leave. Still, this sort of thing comes with the territory when your husband is a dashing police officer.
Thank you.
I'm kind of sad that he had to go to work, but I'll be okay. I'm gonna learn the Mishi dance so I can show it to him later.
This festival is an annual.
Aw, Mishi, I love you. Your dancing's the best. Grant me a wishy too, Mishi.
The founder of our academy firmly believed in.
Oh wow, so this is the famous Mishi show. It looks like it's mainly aimed at kids, but it seems pretty fun. I think I might enjoy it. Isn't Mishi a mascot for a theme park over in Crossbell? Yes, it's called Michelin Wonderland. My father took me there a few times during his business trips. It has this delicious Mishi-shaped ice cream, and they have a few characters roaming the park, such as a robotic version of Mishi called Mecha Mishi. Didn't Mecha Mishi have a really dark backstory? You're more than due for a visit since you've clearly never been. I'll even be happy to accompany you. Sounds like fun. Let's do it. Wait, a trip to Crossbell sounds pricey. Guess I better rake in some serious dough at my roasted chestnut stand. Now, with that all, I ought to bring you up to speed on all you've missed out on with regards to Mishi. First, I'm going to teach you his catchphrase. Repeat after me. Make a wishy with Mishi. The star is important. Okay, I'll give it a try. Make a wishy with Mishi. When I went to Michelin last, Rumsel was the one accompanying me. There's nothing wrong with that, of course, but everyone else was there with family and friends. I will have Eddie with me next time. I'm sure we'll have a wonderful time together.
A card battle tournament is being held in a classroom in the...
I really like hanging out with Brazelia. She's introduced me to all kinds of things I never knew about before. But I told her I don't have the mirror for a trip to Crossbell. I think I might die of embarrassment.
Master?
Guess I'll just have to put my money where my mouth is and grind out some cash. I gotta watch my budget too. We were invited to the festival as special guests and we'll be doing a show a little later. Hard to believe we're getting to perform at such a prestigious event. I wouldn't have ever dreamed of this a few months ago. No, shake it off, Sale. You've still got a long road ahead of you. Let's make today's performance the best one yet. Thanks to my connections, I was able to secure a spot on the festival guest list stage. Now, and look alive, you two. Today's performance will bring a great deal of publicity with you. Right, we're going to rock the house. We're up next. Oh, I'm so nervous. I might die. Okay, deep breaths. Our group's totally been on fire lately, so we're good. We'll definitely capture everyone's hearts without fail.
In a classroom in the left wing on the first floor.
Mihi, we're not done yet. Let's make this school year one to remember by making a wishy with Mishi.
Do you have what it takes to oust our...
What's it been now? 4 months? You two look like you're doing well. Yeah, you too, Jess. A little late saying this, but congrats on your debut in Crossbell. I hear you're becoming a bit of a household name over there. Proud of you, man. Same. Honestly, hearing about everything you've accomplished has been super inspiring to me. So inspiring, in fact, that I've been working my butt off these past 4 months. I think I've only gotten as far as I have thanks to you. No, I don't. Look, I'm sorry, guys. I still feel guilty about us giving up on that share house. That was all my fault. Oh, come on, Jess. You still on that? Don't feel guilty, man. We made that decision together, remember? We all went our separate ways so that we can follow our own paths and live the best lives we can. That's why I'm going to an art school. I'm chasing my dreams now. Aren't you two doing the same? Yeah, you're right. We're all going to find our way so that when we meet up again someday, we'll all be confident in who we are. That's the plan, right? Or have you two had a change of heart? Who can say? Though at the very least, I don't think we're ever going to let ourselves get trapped in a situation like that again. Definitely, all the feelings I've had up to now are still just as precious to me as they were back then. But now we know how to move forward, isn't that right? For sure. I was really nervous to see Jess again after all this time, but I'm relieved to see he hasn't changed a bit. Guess it goes to show that Jess will always be Jess, no matter how high up the ladder of fame he goes. Anyway, I can't rest on my laurels now. I've got to put my nose to the grindstone if I want to achieve my dreams too. I'm planning to do a big live show here in the capital soon. Saying my manager's been stoked about it would be the understatement of the century. He's been going around calling a revival tour. Name aside, I'm looking forward to playing in the capital again. It'll just be like old times. I'm really glad we all got to meet up again like this.
To any daring challengers,
We've been exchanging letters, but it still feels really good to see each other in person again.
Why not give it a try?
The two of them seem to have been doing well. Glad to see it. Hopefully we can meet up again before too long. There's just so much I'd like to talk with them about. What the? You dirty thief! How dare you dine and dash at one of my students' establishments? You're not getting off easy for this one, mister. Eek, I'm sorry, I won't do it again, I promise. Sonia is really something else. But to be honest, that's kind of what I like about her. I wonder how my brother say Miss Sonia is going. Guess I'll go snoop on them a little bit when my ship's up. That's weird, why do I have a talk menu like that? I didn't think teaming with Sasha would be so much fun. And we've even got the rest of the team here to watch. I've got to make sure I tear up the court for them. The others tell me you're quite the movie buff, Princess Zeta. Well, I don't know if I'd go as far as to call myself a buff, but I definitely do enjoy them from time to time. In fact, I've been looking forward to meeting Director Gotti in person for quite a while now. Oh really? Then you must also know the splendor of sex and violence. Director, I would kindly ask that you refrain from using such language when speaking to Her Royal Highness. It's perfectly alright, Najee, it doesn't bar me. But Your Highness, I know that deep down Mr. Gotti is far more interested in capturing the nuance underneath that kind of shallow surface-level material. He only uses it as a means to explore humanity's primitive desires and to show the conception of one's self in relation to the perception of others. And as foundation, his work speaks to a greater desire to rebel against the contradictory reality of life in our current society. He's extremely adept at hiding what kind of subtext within his films. Sorry, I don't think I follow. Actually, now that I think about it, didn't Vance say something similar back in Farbad? Amazing, I think you saw the true meaning behind my work. You're saying she was right? Oh, but that's likely only the tip of the iceberg. To truly understand the full breadth of meaning behind your films should be truly impossible. Not at all, Your Highness. Knowing someone like you appreciates my work is what gives it meaning in the first place. Are these two making a deep connection here, or is this just some kind of waking nightmare? Perhaps it would be a good idea to develop new avenues to deliver your films, Director. That way your messages will reach even more people. Not being so confined by existing filming techniques would make things easier, of course. What about incorporating some different mediums? You're right, I've been avoiding literary forms of expression on purpose, but if I could make use of the audience's visual and auditory senses, that would knock their socks off. Sounds very daring, but I believe it could be well worth the attempt. Yes, a new age of motion picture has arrived. I'm excited to see it, Director. Thank you, Your Highness. These two may be getting along a little too well. Yeah, something about this has me very afraid. Don't you think you ought to put a stop to this, Najee? I think we're too late. This Highness often seems to fall prey to his base tendencies when Director Gotti is around. But I hardly thought it possible that Princess Zeta would take after him in that regard. This was a severe miscalculation on my part. Looks like Gotti's really hitting it off with the royal family. They're like 3 peas in a pod.
Volunteers from the sports clubs have
there are a few things I would describe as out of this world, but the flavor of Liberalian tea is a notable exception. It has a distinct aroma as well. It must have been brewed in a traditional manner. Oh my, you must be quite the tea expert, Elaine. Where is you helped out some with this booth? I also heard you gave the people running it some Quincy Bell snacks. Well, is that all true? Indeed it is. The Quincy parlor manager was kind enough to provide them when I inquired about it. I was wondering how they got a hold of those. I suppose it makes sense. You know, yes, despite all the heaven of the company, you're still a daughter of the Auclair family. It's hard for me to think of you as anything other than the indomitable Beauty's place, so I forget that you're a member of the elite sometimes. Oh goodness, that came out all wrong. Please don't take that the wrong way. It's fine, don't worry. Even I don't really think of myself as a member of the old nobility. I'm far more interested in these lovely Liberalian treats that Lila graciously prepared for us. Liberal is the kingdom in the southwestern part of the continent, right? It always seems so far away, but now that Lila has brought a little piece from her home, it feels so much closer. I almost want to go down there on vacation sometime. Ooh, that sounds like a great idea. I'm sure there's so many great things to see there.
Volunteers from the sports.
The diplomatic relations with the Empire and Crossbell have been smoothed over, so we could go there anytime.
Basketball game.
That sounds like it'd be a great experience for you too. Nice to see Elaine let her hair down for a change.
Any daring challengers out there, we've got.
Fina's awfully excited about the upcoming performance.
Why not give it a try?
In fact, I say she's a little antsy. She's at the auditorium as we speak. Not that I blame her for being excited, of course. I'm looking forward to taking the stage as well. Speaking of which, I should make my way over there soon. There are a few last-minute checks I'd like to perform. I don't often have the chance to speak with Sarah and Esmeralda, but they're definitely a fun pair to chat with. It's interesting to learn about the fields outside my own line of work. I think this is the first time we've had a chance to chat like this since the party last year. I don't have many friends since I'm always cooped up in the lab. That's why getting to hang out with you all makes me so happy. I like to spend time with Rosette and Najee too. I think I'll go look for him later. That Central Eastern girl kind of reminds me of another girl I saw in a movie recently. You know, I think I actually saw Judith and Nina around here too. Aramis' festival must really be something to attract all these stars. The girls at that table are total babes. Wish I could work up the courage to talk to them.
Preserves the Princey has put their all into creating this year's
It's amazing to think about how far the three of us have come. I'm getting emotional just thinking about it. We used to play together a lot back when we were little. Before I moved, I mean. But that was always doing something ridiculous. You and I had our hands full trying to keep her in check. Funny, that's not how I remembered it. As I recall, you were the only one of us who was frightened of a storm. And sometimes you even cried your little eyes out. I did not. Okay, fine, there were times where I did a little. Anyway, that's all ancient history now. All of you know I've grown quite a bit since then. True, you both have. Odette is much more attentive than she used to be, and you've grown into someone who can always be dependent on the pinch, Albert. You say it like you haven't done the most maturing out of all of us. Ever since we met up again in Aramis, you've, how do I put this? I guess it's like you've always been taking steps forward, little by little. After you picked up that part-time job last year, you've catapulted forward at flying speeds, and became a beacon for us all. Really? Surely you're exaggerating. No way, I mean, look at Albert. He's been anxious around you all year. He knows he's gonna have to haul butt if he wants to get elected. You don't have to remind me. I'm not anxious around her. Heh, I'll be rooting for you, Albert. Thanks. Yeesh, you sure is wasted on the young, that's for sure.
Prizes that are up for grabs. Why not give
During last year's festival, we were all just fledgling first year, so we got to wander around without a care in the world. Oh, be blissfully ignorant. Past me had no idea what she'd be in for a year later. Preparing for the festival was certainly a challenge, but I say it was worth it. I wouldn't trade the days we spent on it for the world. I agree with you there. There was a lot I learned throughout the process, thanks to Ren. I learned there is absolutely no way I can measure up to her. Talk about a tough act to follow. Aha.
Test your smarts at the quiz.
Oh, there you are, Nate. If I'm not mistaken, you received a call from HQ, correct? For your sake, I hope you didn't ignore it. Wait, hold the phone, Inspector. I'm really sorry. It's just that my girlfriend and I literally just got back together. I understand that some important people are here at the festival, and I know the school asks for more security detail, but... How, you're going to ban me? No, never mind. It's okay, Nate. Duty calls. I understand how demanding your job is. So, just a moment. I'll take care of the security detail. You can stay. You mean it?
Challengers out there.
Are you feeling under the weather, Inspector? It's not like you to be so generous.
Give it a try.
Don't worry, I won't be making a habit of it, I assure you. Consider my thanks for all the hard work you've been putting in lately. I guess he can relate to the whole having to abandon your loved ones for the sake of duty thing. I'll contact the HQ and let them know I'm taking over. Enjoy your date, Detective. Thank you, Inspector. You don't know how much this means to me. I promise I'll pay you back tenfold for this. I want to thank you too. I really, really appreciate it. Inspector said he had plans with his family. I really hate to put him out like this. But days like this don't come often. I'd be dumb as bricks to pass up his generosity. I really want to try and be more understanding of Nate's work situation in the future. That said, I know I would have been really disappointed if he had to go right now. Good on his boss for letting him stay. I knew Nate's relationship with his girlfriend was strained. I hadn't planned on butting in, but I think the situation called for it this time. We're normally expected to respond whenever we're called upon, but just this once, I'll cover for him.
To any daring challengers.
Honestly, I'm a little surprised he made the time to come here, given how busy he is right now. He's supposed to be fully booked this evening, right? Maybe he's just wanting to take a break before his schedule gets crazy. Oh no, the guy who's always running his mouth suddenly went quiet. That means something's wrong, doesn't it? No, nothing's wrong. I'm just thinking is all. As much as I hate to admit it, that man is a master politician, for good and for ill. Not every politician takes the time to be out among the people like this. It's not hard to see how he's won over the hearts of everyone. He got into office by coding his campaign with honeyed words and false promises. All he wanted was power. He doesn't care for the good of the people or the Republic, like Rocksmith and my father did. Cody. But I did learn something from all this. Gramheart's prepared to carry the weight of this nation on his shoulders, and he's more than capable of doing so. I don't know where he found the impetus to take on such an arduous task.
Volunteers from the
But I do know that whatever reasons he had for becoming the president, they damn sure weren't shallow.
Basketball game.
There's something about him that still terrifies me, but I'm willing to admit he might be the leader our country needs right now.
Any daring
And I never thought I'd hear those words come out of your mouth.
Up for grabs.
His true goals remain shrouded in mystery, but I feel like I can say with confidence that he isn't like Rocksmith or the Blood and Iron Chancellor. I don't know what direction he's steering this country, but no matter what course we take, we'll have to see it through, right at his side. Yeah, that's exactly what I intend to do. For record, that wasn't a confession of admiration. The only president I'll ever admire is Rocksmith, and don't you ever forget that. Oh, don't worry, you made that virtually impossible. They still remember what happened during the coup d'etat. Those two sure put us through the ringer back then. Oh well, we got through in one piece at the end of the day. Also it ends well. Oh, it's you. If you'd like to go in there, you're more than welcome to. The president seems eager to speak with you. The president will be here in the student council office for the duration of his stay in the festival. His time here is limited though, so if you have any business with him, now's the time. He's a very busy man, as you're no doubt aware.
First floor.
Oh, I hear some voices coming from inside there. I think it's Ren and Miss Matilda and Miss Toa, by the sounds of it. I heard that too. We don't have to go in there if you don't want to. No, we may as well since we were already here. You've changed quite a bit, but you know what they say, the more things change, the more they stay the same. I'm beginning to believe I'll always be the naive student I used to be in your eyes, Miss Matilda. Oh, hi, Agnes. Hello, Mr. Arkwright. Oh, you're finally here. Let me put on some more tea for you. Oh, no, that's okay. You don't have to do that. Well, I shouldn't be leaving the nurse's office empty-handed for too long, so I'd better get going. Please take your time and enjoy your fat selves. I wish you all the best, Mr. President. Thank you. Please take care of yourself. I didn't realize you knew Miss Matilda. She's been on faculty since my days at the Academy. She helped me a great deal during that time of my life. I assume the same could be said for you and Mr. Kincaid, yes? Indeed, she has been something of an advisor to the student council for a very long time. Oh, and she was also a bit of a caretaker for a certain problem child, whose antics caused the poor woman no end of undue stress. Is that so? I can easily picture that. Yeah, I'll admit, I was a bit of a troublemaker. Hey, wait, you're one to talk. You caused her a lot of headaches yourself. I bet Ren did too. Aha. Anyway, what brings you here today, Mr. President? The last time we spoke, Oh. Don't worry, Agnes. I've known all about you and your dad since before I came to the Republic. I also remember what happened back then. The time loops. Oh, you did. I'm guessing the same goes for you, Mr. Prez. Correct. I remember everything that happened quite clearly. By the way, I also heard all about your exploits with the Guardmaster from Kincaid. Part of the reason I came here today was to thank you in person. Even if that coup d'etat ultimately didn't come to fruition, the fact remains that you saved the capital and dispelled the shadows of our past that would have no doubt consumed our present. Oh. Wish I could take all the credit, but I can't. I had a bit of help with that. I trust the items that were passed down to my daughter from my mother-in-law proved useful in that situation. If so, then as your father and his family, I'd like to express just how grateful I am. Dad. Well, if you really are so grateful, then how about you show up by giving me some... Of course, considering it never happened and cannot be disclosed to the public, I'm afraid I am unable to provide you with any remuneration. At least give him at least buy him a cake or something. Grr, damn mirror-pinching cheapskate. Why must you always be so difficult, Dad? He jests. We prepared a small reward. This is where having a secret reserve fund comes in handy. It isn't much, so I suggest you keep him on a short leash, otherwise he will spend all in one place. Understood, will do. No, won't do. Do you not trust my daughter, Mr. Arkwright? Is her work performance not satisfactory? Oh, if memory serves, when you visited our home at the end of the last year, you only stayed for a slice of cake and left in quite a huff. We should arrange a time where we can sit and talk frankly. Man, perhaps we could book a sauna session. Yo, you into saunas? Wait, no, I don't wanna. Hey, what are you doing with your Zypha, Renee? Are you just... wait, you just told him everything about Van just so he could get into Van's good graces, didn't you? Why, I'm simply putting in a reservation at a private sauna that opened recently. I don't remember saying I agreed to this. Try not to let them get to you, Van. Well, at least we were able to shift the conversation away from the subject of the Genesis. Agreed. Well, in any case, I feel a little more at ease now. I guess he really is a far at heart. Although, I can't help but be a little worried about where things will go from here. Me too. That plan of his, whatever it entails, has been progressing for the past 2 years now. We still know very little about it, but I wouldn't be surprised if he makes an announcement about it before long. Afterwards, Van left the student council office and resumed his rounds of Anya's. An additional connection point has been added. Oh, wow. Okay, good. Having 8 would really help because it just feels so limiting right now. I forgot to mention earlier, but that tea was really good. Why, thank you. I guess it was worth breaking out the special blend. Of course, I'd be remiss not to provide the best tea we have while the president is visiting. This is all part and parcel of being the student council president. But that's not the only reason you're here, right? Naturally, I have a few personal matters to discuss as an advisor to the ZCF and a negotiator for the Epstein Foundation. Yeesh, you've got a finger in every pie on the market, don't you?
Our entire student body.
I came over because I heard my name called on the PA system. But I didn't realize it was because the president wanted to speak with me. Oh right, you were working the quiz competition just now, weren't you? You must have a lot on your plate. Wait, who's running the quiz now? It's alright. I wanted to say hello at some point anyway. We had a really interesting conversation about NGOs and forests. In an unofficial capacity, of course. Unofficial? They sound awfully chummy. Now you have 2 choices, a dry sauna or a steam sauna. Which would you like me to book? Of course, if Mr. President has a preference, that will be given priority. Wait, you are serious about the reservation? No, I jest, so you will still be given your due compensation. Many factors are playing against us, but the fact remains that we failed to nip the coup in the bud. You may think of it as a remuneration for helping pinpoint cracks in our defenses. So why do I feel like you guys are turning me into your personal test monkey? Oh, I ain't about to look a gift horse in the mouth. Are you going to be performing the special performance later, Anya's? Yes, I am. My role is very small, though. Oh, is that so? I'd hope I'd be able to stay for the whole thing, but unfortunately my schedule's a bit packed this evening. I apologize, but I'll likely have to leave partway through. Maybe someone can stream it or something. Dad. It's okay, I know you're busy. I'm just happy that you were willing to make the attempt. Do your best out there, okay? I will. I may have to leave partway through this evening's performance, but I do at least plan to attend. I wonder if it'll be even more interesting than the one they put on 8 years ago. You saw that? Well, only a recording. I must say, it's had quite the impact. The story of the Calvardian Revolution. Have any plans to write a sequel? Yeah, how about you tell us exactly what Auguste was doing afterwards, huh? Yeah, that would be very educational, actually. Not really, it was more of a one-off kind of thing, you know? This guy's something else.
For coming to the first day of the
you really should, ironically, you really should write a sequel so we can get into Auguste's mind. My mama said she was going to the bathroom, but I think she ran away. What does she have against seeing Sharkferno? Does she not like shark movies? Why though? They're the pioneers of our generation, boldly taking cinema where it's never gone before.
If you have a ticket, please proceed to the entrance.
Sharkferno's taught me that shark movies have the power to break every stereotype under the sun. Shark attacks only happen in the ocean, right? But by flipping an idea on its head, Sharkferno shows that they can come in any form. Sharks that soar for the sky, sharks that shoot lightning, sharks that cast magic. The possibilities are literally endless.
Managed to survive for 100 days. Now play.
I guess Aramis Academy's got a festival going on or something. That sounds like fun and all, but I kinda had my heart set on watching a few flicks today. I'm about to be on my 10th viewing of 3 Point Key and Adventure of the Rockford, so it's a pretty big deal.
We have merchandise
Zuna.
movie on sale at the shop.
I already saw this with Catcher before.
Why not buy a souvenir?
Okay, they actually tell me who has seen it before, so I can actually avoid doing repeating the certain people. Okay.
We have
Inferno.
movie on sale at the shop.
Quatre.
Why not buy a souvenir to remember your visit?
Okay, Quatre and Anya should watch this. Okay, next scene. Game will actually tell you who's seen it before. That was... Don't say it. I know what you're thinking. Van, why'd you drag me to the theater to watch this shitty movie? I wasn't thinking that. Okay, maybe I was. But on the bright side, it was certainly interesting. I can definitely say I've never seen a movie like that before. Sharkferno. I can tell filmmakers put their hearts and souls into it. Oh, so you figured out the appeal of B movies right out of the gate. Color me impressed. Well, since you picked up on it on your own, I guess I don't need to explain it after all. Can I ask you something, Van? When the Sharkferno finally made its on-screen appearance after all the build-up, were you surprised that it was so small? You noticed that too, huh? They made it out to be some sort of gigantic shark that could swallow a man whole. But there's no way it was big enough to do that. What's the deal? The movie poster made it look larger than life. No, that looked like a man-eating shark. Yep, we call it effective marketing. They hooked you with a bait poster and reeled you in. You've just been baptized into the waters of B-grade shark movies, my friend. Welcome to adulthood. Huh? What are you talking about? Okay.
They all look pretty good.
My goodness, is it truly April already? How the time flies. Everything the film industry experienced last year has blessed us with a truly diverse lineup of films to show for it. The releases we've seen these past 3 months alone attest to that. How will the world of cinema continue to enthrall us going forward? I'm only too eager to find out.
Well...
The only thing that stands out to me amidst the current film lineup is 3 Point Heat. It's a Kelvin picture production that plus the domestic drama angle makes for a promising combination. There's only one issue, it isn't playing at Esprit, but why not? It's exactly the sort of production that belongs here. Well, so be it. I already committed myself to this theater. I'll be damned before I flip-flop over to that orbital multiplex.
We have merchandise for the movie.
3 Point Heat will be playing in Esprit one of these days. For as I can tell, they'll put off showing a movie until it's no longer available at the Trian Mall. But that's beside the point. I've long since decided to make this my theater of choice. There'll be a cold day in Gehenna before I flip-flop on that. I'll just have to wait until they screen it here.
Thank you for your visit today.
Not per Mr. Hendrick, but these past several months have really come and gone the blink of an eye. There's been talk here and there about this year's upcoming production, such as the collaboration between Vegas Films and Kelvin Pictures. But personally speaking, I think it would be nice to look back on the works 12-Week has given us. Why not take this chance to rewatch one of them with somebody you haven't seen it with before?
Why not buy a souvenir to remember your visit?
Okay, Shizuna and Ren then.
Thank you for your visit today.
So Sinu was strong enough to be mistaken for a god. I wonder who would win the fight between me and him after he realized his true power. So too bad he isn't real. If you two went at it, I doubt there'd be a battlefield left to fight on by the end. Not like we don't deal with those kinds of crazy powerful beings on a regular basis, of course. I suppose that's true. Still, I like to think that human beings are stronger than just about anything. We can't ever really be like gods, but that very fact is what drives us to learn and grow. So tell me, Ben, why did you invite me to this movie? Honestly, I've been curious about that this entire time. That's not to say I didn't enjoy it, mind you. I'm grateful that you did bring me along. I didn't have any real reason. I just thought you could use a break. Always good to take a load off every once in a while. Well, I suppose I can't argue there. A man's character is determined by what he chooses to protect. That line really struck a chord with me. I feel like I'm starting to learn how to like myself more now. Good to hear. Sounds like it didn't really take your mind off things, though. Okay, everyone gets some point. Okay, now I have to figure out how to distribute their points in the various activities with my 11 activity tickets. I played against Sasha for several times already. Why don't I take on one of our non-student participants for a change? Ren's no pushover, just so you know. And I'm always up for a challenge. Guess that pits me against the captain. Let's get these meshes rolling.
Let's do our best out there, alright?
Of course. I'll make certain we win with grace.
Okay, let's begin!
Oh no.
Yeah! In it goes! You've done it! Yeah! What a shame. Sha! A walk in the park. I'm impressed. Sha! In it goes!
Great job!
Nice moves!
Very good.
Oh.
Nice moves!
Very good. Now, put on a good show for me.
Crap.
We can still make it!
There! Got him!
You've done it!
There! Got him!
You
Do
did
your
it!
best.
Yeah!
We can still make it!
Yeah!
Excellent work.
There! Nice! Not happening! There! Nice!
Aww.
What was that fake out?
Splendid job, Van.
Looks like victory is ours.
A little exercise never hurt anyone.
Okay. I have to say, when I saw that fine craftsmanship at the front entrance, my jaw hit the floor. I wasn't alone there. The decorations in here are really stylish too. You're making quite a name for yourself here, aren't you, Kisara? Okay, lay off the praise. Ugh, I'm going to die of embarrassment here. I bet Rebecca feels the same way. I'll manage. Anyway, congrats again on getting into school here, Kisara, and thanks for all you've done for the festival so far. Good luck at reading all the visitors. Crystal will be treating us to dinner tonight, so that should give you something to look forward to. Yeah, whatever. Ooh, dinner sounds good. Mind if I invite myself over? Sure, the more the merrier. Hey, maybe we can invite Curtis over too. Let's not actually. He and Kisara aren't exactly on the best of terms. I mean, it's not that bad, but yeah, he does have a way of getting under my skin. Yeah, I get it. Personally, I think the smaller the group, the better. Of course you think that. You're Old Town's resident shut-in, and we wouldn't have any other way. Why a long face, Kisara? It's nothing. I don't know. I guess I just wanted to say thanks, you know, for everything. I'm grateful to all of you guys. You're more than welcome. Not that I did much of anything myself, of course. Yeah, it wasn't easy helping you study for that entrance exam, but that's what friends are for. Agreed. Things have been so much more fun since you came into our home. Guess I was worrying for nothing. You started spinning in just fine.
Game Master? Then I invite you to come by.
The original goal was to land a job anywhere other than here and leave Old Town for good. The plan changed though. I had a hard time admitting this to myself for a while, but before I knew it, I started to care about Old Town. It became more important to me. So I guess I just don't want people to worry about me anymore. I think this is the first time I've ever seen Kisara smile. I'll have to tell Chris about this later. It's just me or more people now than or before just a minute ago. I think I'm reaching my limit. Save me, man. Hey, no one's forcing you to stay here. If you got a jet, you got a jet. There's a written portion in Aramis' scholarship exam. I helped Kisara study for that. Honestly, when she told me she'd never once been to Sunday school, I thought, yeah, there's no way. But I guess I'm a pretty darn good teacher and a serious miracle worker because she passed. I'm so happy for her. Kisara sure has changed a lot since Messalem. I hardly recognize her. Rebecca and Chris have really taken a liking to her. I'm glad I decided to take her in. If she decided to be a part of our family for good, I'd be the happiest guy in the world.
NIS Academy Festival. Founder of our academy. Firmly believe.
I think that young man I knew would grow up to become the Republic's president. I suppose it does make sense, however. He always managed to stand out amongst his peers, even back then. During last year's festival, we were all just fledgling first year, so we got to wander all around without a care in the world. Oh, to be blissfully ignorant. Past me had no idea what she'd been in for a year later. Preparing for the festival was certainly a challenge, but I'd say it was worth it. I wouldn't trade the days we spent it for the world. I agree with you there. There was a lot I learned throughout the process, thanks to Ren. I learned there is absolutely no way I can measure up to her. Talk about a tough fact to follow. Fine, probably heard we had this conversation before. Weird.
A card battle tournament is being held in a classroom in the left wing on the first floor. Do you have what it takes to oust our resident game master? Then I invite you to come by and try your luck.
I want to clear all the courses. Intermediate's not going to be easy, though. Okay, Quatre, help me. You helped build this game, didn't you, Quatre? Yes, Resembling SE had a small part in it, too. We based it off that hacking program we've been utilizing, but it's really managed to come into its own. Don't pat yourself on the back too hard there. How about we see how well it holds up? Alright, let's jump right in.
There goes the lock.
Oh my god, hurry! Fuck! Oh my goodness, I'm too slow! Gosh. Please. Go, go!
Analysis complete.
There goes the lock.
Come on, come on!
Good teamwork, Van.
Oh, that was a messed up level, man. Congrats on clearing the intermediate course. Here's your prize. Spirit Droplet ×2. Gotta love a practical reward. That level didn't stand a chance against you, huh? The only thing we've got that's any harder is our advanced course. Give it a go if you're hungry for more.
Challengers out there, we've got prizes that are up for grabs. Why not give it a try?
Expert. Anya's. Ren's been teaching me a lot lately, so I'm sure I can beat this if I put my mind to it. Alright, let's jump right in.
I'll need to apply what I learned in my data processing class. It opened!
There goes the lock. There goes the lock.
Oh my goodness, slow as shit.
It opened!
Oh my goodness, hurry! Ugh! It was barely enough time.
Hell yeah! We cleared it!
I think that was the worst one yet. This is the toughest one in the world. Probably. Congrats on clearing the advanced course. Here's your prize. Spirit Panacea. Damn, this is some pretty good stuff. Man, though, you breezed through that level as I was walking in the park. No, I didn't. Mad respect. There aren't any higher difficulties available, but you can always come back for another session if you're for it. If I'm gonna farm any points, I'm just gonna use the lower difficulties. That one was way too hard. That took so many tries.
An annual tradition.
So Anya's... Wait, you're back? Now, without further ado, let the Quiz King of Aramis tournament begin. Okay. Hopefully the things I learned in class will come into play here. I'd say an honor student like you already has the head start. The quiz will consist of 10 questions total, but be careful, you miss 3, you're out. Oh shit, I forgot to set this game the text speed.
Alright, let's question.
Uh-oh. Which way will I design the Calvary Republic? Cruise in mainline?
Nice. Got it right.
That sounds like Erebonia. Last name is the illustrious Maxim Lugon.
I was right. Question.
Majority party is Patriot.
Nice. Got it right.
Question.
What's the name of the hotel in Edith Satan District? Maserati.
I was right. Question.
Elsam's current head of state, Salmon.
Nice. Got it right.
Question.
He sits on the border of Crossbow on the western half of Calvard. Oh no. Basel? No, it was Messeldam.
Wrong.
Oh no.
Question.
The magazine is not published in the Calvary Republic. Royal Guardian. No, it's Hotshot.
Fumbled that one.
Question.
Parm.
I was right. Question.
Basel's famous confection. In Godden?
Nice. Got it right.
Question.
Arbor District number 5.
I was right. You did it.
Easy as pie.
Okay, I don't need to get perfect to win. Okay. I already got a perfect score gift before, so I don't have to redo it.
Festival.
Okay. Wait, why are you acting surprised? You literally fought them before. Our opponents look pretty tough, but that's fine. All we need to do is do our best. No time to waste. Let's steal them out. Okay.
And
Barely
that's
won
how it's
that.
done.
Basketball, huh? I should be able to calculate the required velocity with respect to my shooting angle and distance from the net. Actually pulling off though is a different matter. Sorry, kid. Crunching numbers ain't gonna do you any favors in this sport. Just to play whatever way feels right to you, Quatre. I'll pick up the slack. Got it.
Let's go for the win!
Well, I guess it can't hurt to give it a try. That was incredible, Van!
Looks like victory is ours.
I did better than I expected, given that I'm not much of an athlete.
Yeah, fortunately, the mechanics of the game stay the same no matter who you play as, even if you play as a squishy wizard. Okay, I choose you, Aaron. Me versus the redhead, huh? Well, you better watch out. I'm at the top of my game today. Heh, well, you've definitely got the energy and strength for it. Seems this'll be a pretty good fun match. You can just leave this to me, Pops. Wouldn't want you to strain your back. Oh yeah? Let's see if you've got the moves to back up all that talk.
Let's go for the win!
Now you're speaking my language.
There!
Ha! You missed! Just like I missed. We just barely won.
Victory is ours.
The word lose just isn't in my vocabulary.
Okay, Aaron. I can't believe I get to go up against the Star of Golden Blood. Quick question, do you use a stunt double for the action scenes? Nope, those were all me. I'm pretty stubborn about doing that stuff on my own. Great, now I know you're not gonna disappoint on the court. Well, there's no way I can phone in when you put it like that. Don't go losing your match either, Van. Way ahead of ya.
Let's do our best out there, alright?
If we're doing this, then I'm in it to win it.
Looks like victory is ours.
Maybe I was acting a little immature back there.
Hey. Now only have 3 more tickets.
Give it a shot.
Hey, I've been waiting for this. Time to blow these sharks right out of the water. No time to waste. Let's deal them out. Facing up against 2 legendary gamblers sure does raise the stakes. We don't think that means we're just gonna hand you a win. No time to waste. Let's deal them out.
A card?
Okay, Judith, help! Now, without further ado, let the Quiz King of Aramis tournament begin. I'm Toa Herschel, and I'll be your mistress of ceremonies. You know, I took part in a competition just like this on a radio show once. And how'd that turn out? Everyone was giving joke answers to get the crowd laughing, so I looked like a total rooper setting up in advance. Sorry to hear that. The quiz will consist of 10 questions, blah blah blah.
Alright, let's question.
Maybe the half-Eastern General, Atkinson.
Nice. Got it right.
Question.
Cover's emblem. The Freely Clover.
Yes! Nailed it!
Question.
Last name of... Come on, Lugon.
Nice. Got it right.
Question.
Professor Epstein's first name. Claude.
Yes! Nailed it!
Question.
Oh no. Revolution Festival. Borf? No, it was her, no!
Shoot. Fumbled that one.
Question.
Thesis is a board of crossbow Altair.
Yes! Nailed it!
Question.
Barbad Film Festival. Wolves Requiem.
Nice.
Imagine giving that to giving that one to Judith, man. Edith Saint District Maserati.
Yes! Nailed it!
Question.
Albert Districts Andalusia.
Nice. Got it right.
Question.
Okay. Lexel.
Yes! Nailed it!
You did it! Great.
Easy as pie.
Thank Adios we got through that.
Okay. With that, I am out of tickets. I need to start working on the Connect events. And very few of my people are actually ready to cross the threshold for Connect events. I should have concentrated on the people I really wanted and planned things out better. Now I'm gonna be like a master of none for a lot of these people. Trying to bail, eh, Renee? Well, isn't this a familiar scene? Reminds me of our days in school. Though as I recall it, you would always land trouble with Mr. Powell for cutting classes. And you always played things by the book. On the surface, anyway. As long as your student council work was neat as a pin, you could slack off with no one the wiser. Naturally, moderation and discretion are key when it comes to flouting the rules. Well, I'm waiting for an explanation on why Mr. Ex-Student Council Prez is skipping on his alma mater's school festival. Play your cards wrong and I just might tag along. Ever a busybody, aren't we? Still, perhaps this is for the better. Come with me, I'll give you a ride. A top-of-the-line ETWS sports car? When the hell do you snag dispute? This is on the more modest end, really. Now go on, take a seat. Well, I'm gonna see how comfy this thing is no matter how much it kills me inside. So this is the place. Guess I should have seen it coming. What, is some artist you like putting on a show? Well, I'm not in the audience today. My musical peers and I had promised to meet here. We booked a short window of time for an impromptu session, you see. That's so. Yes, but as luck would have it, all of them are now otherwise engaged. This happens from time to time, so I intended to drop by and cancel our reservation. But that was before I had you accompanying me. Do you still remember how to play the guitar? Last time I did was back at Aramis, and even then I only plucked around a bit while helping out with club stuff. No way I'll be anywhere near as good as the rest of your circle. Oh, I don't expect you to be. Come along. If you insist. The man borrowed an instrument from the concert hall. He and Kincaid then decided to jam out to an empty audience for a bit. No rhythm minigame, right? Damn, we got a pro here. You never let yourself get rusty, huh, Renee? And you're keeping up well for being so out of practice. Maybe we could even include you in one of our concerts. Well, up, you've actually played for a crowd before. Don't get distracted. We're moving straight into the next song. Got it. So, you met some other musicians on the Orbital Net. Yes, we started out by meeting up offline to share our mutual love of music. Our group gets along famously, despite coming from different walks of life and spanning a wide range of ages. Each of us does what we can to carve out a little space in our busy lives to gather, chat, and play whatever comes to mind. It makes for a nice occasional reprieve. So you get to just do your thing, no strings attached. That sounds right up my alley. Can't say I ever pictured you getting yourself into a friend group like that, though. I guess even after all these years, there's still a lot I don't know about you. Is it really so strange? I like to think that I make a strong effort to maintain my social life. Besides, one should never judge a book by its cover. You, Elaine, and myself all have sides to ourselves that we keep from one another. That was as true then as it is now. Well, yeah, I ain't trying to say otherwise. But even apart from that, for whatever reason, I always had a hard time imagining what you're like outside of work. It's as if you've always got this wall around you, Renee. That's the best way I can put it. Heh, the girl I'd been seeing told me the same thing recently. Just another occupational hazard, I suppose. Wait, you got dumped? You haven't gotten on my case for not calling you Kincaid even once today. That ain't the only way you haven't been yourself either. Take your reservation for this place. Normally you'd just cancel it and go about your business. What, did something happen between you and your lady? Wait, seriously? I was half joking there. I never had much opportunity to see her this year. Tight schedules are a given considering my role as presidential aide, but that isn't much of an excuse. She said she could never tell what was going through my head. That's rough. Let me guess, she was supposed to come to your jam session today. Yes, I had planned to introduce her to my fellow musicians. In a sense, the fact that they have other commitments is a blessing in disguise. Our split was mutual, if that's any consolation. Many relationships just aren't meant to last. That said, I almost wish she had slapped me even once. Why so silent all of a sudden? Did my point about ill-fated relationships hit a little too close to home? Jackass, don't try to play it off by dissing me. Anyway, break's over. Let's bring this house down. How about we do something that goes extra hard next, like the punk rock stuff we used to try back in high school. Play the Dustborn song. You mean the song we were considering for the festival? Though it doesn't exactly feel appropriate at our current age. Since when? A few birthdays ain't gonna change who you are inside. Or are you scared my guitar's gonna upstage your bass? My brush strumming technique was pretty sick. Oof, I never called it a bad idea. Count me in. And so the two of them resumed their jam session. The music, however, was much more intense than what they had played before the break. Despite the occasional bungled phrase, they continued playing their heart's content. Woof, might have gone a bit overboard there. My fingers are starting to feel like shredded meat. So okay to complain. You could learn a thing or two from my groupmates. We have a member with more zeal and advanced age than most youths, and are in a managerial position at a major corporation and so forth. Pretty impressive. Almost makes it sound like you're networking on the side. I haven't a clue what you mean. Nevertheless, my spirits do feel lighter now. But I hear it. You ever want to jam again, just say the word, and I'll be there. I know bending ain't really your thing, but I don't mind laying in here when you need it. It doesn't matter if you're the oldest in our group. Don't forget that you've got people in your corner, me and Elaine included. Besides, knowing you, it won't be long before you meet a new catch. But hey, if you need help finish fishing around, I'm only a forest VG away. Heh, haha. Something funny about that? No, I was laughing at my own immaturity. Especially if my dishonorary little brother is trying to console me, and never thought I'd see the day. You surely have grown, Van. There you go, treating me like a little kid again. But hey, if you do meet someone new, maybe introduce her to us this time, alright, Renee? That's Kincaid to you. And how are you and Elaine faring? Unless you've been making progress with a certain young lady in your employ. The hell I have. Why you always gotta turn things around on me? And so the pair left the concert hall. They then rode back in Kincaid's car to reunite with their companions, bickering all the way as old friends often do.
Now you're the one comforting me. Ooh, the script has been flipped. I suppose that's proof of how much you've grown. Anyhow, we should do this again sometime. We can even drag Elaine along.
Hey, Fairy got a task for Warriors of Kruga. Apparently it's urgent enough to make her leave the Academy Festival. Wherever it is, it's got her looking all serious. Might be a good idea to check in on her. Vampire waits with his companion for a short while. He then called out to Fairy to ask about the mission she was about to set out for. Long story short, I'm concerned for you. You sure you can handle whatever job it is the crew are sending you on? Sorry to worry you so much, man. I was actually waffling on whether or not to tell you, but I guess this kind of makes the choice for me. Here, this is my assignment. I don't think I recognize him. His name is David, a bad actor known for being a criminal consultant. He helps crooks draft out schemes in exchange for Mira, leaving no trail in the process. Sounds pretty similar to Oathbreaker's shady practices. Yeah, I think this guy is way lower on the food chain than him, though. A few weeks ago, he fed information to the crew and made a request of them. The task was to subdue a twisted group of brokers from the west half of Zamaria who kidnapped and trafficked war orphans. No self-respecting warrior could ignore info like that, assuming it was true anyway. I get your meaning. It was all just a ruse, huh? When Abi arrived with his men and scoped out the area, the targets were the complete opposite of what they expected. It was actually a group of NGO personnel providing support and shelter to war orphans. Around the same time, they learned that David's real goal was to make a business of trading and selling off child soldiers. So he wanted to manipulate your tribe into getting rid of an organization that was posing a threat to his enterprise. Gutsy move. Takes a real pair of brass ones to try and screw up the Kruga of all corps. My people strictly prohibit the killing of unarmed civilians, even in combat zones. Abusing our pride as warriors and pitting us against our vows is a deed worth 1,000 deaths. They left the responsibility of sorting out the issue on my shoulders. Sorting out, huh? That's one way to spin it. Let me guess, this has something to do with you coming of age on your last birthday. Oh, you knew about that. Yeah, we are treated as adults from 14 onward. I looked into some of your people's traditions while training under your brother. So I also know that all adult warriors have to go through a rite of passage. They do. That's probably what this mission is supposed to be. I guess it's finally time for me to grab the knife you held in my place way back when. Rita, you really don't need to worry. Abi gave me all the intel I need on the target. I wouldn't want to keep you from enjoying the festival. A little too late for that. This doesn't have any of the same overtones as what happened with Ida. But I was the one who took the liberty of stepping in back then, so you can't say it's got nothing to do with me. Plus, as your boss at Archive Solutions and current guardian, I've got a responsibility that your dad and Ida look out for you. So I'm taking it upon myself to see you through this, whether you like it or not. Wouldn't sit right with me otherwise. Van. Heh, okay then. Things will go smoother with your help anyway. Let's go, Van. I've got a duty as a warrior to fulfill. Using the intel Hassan had provided to her, Fairy started gathering more thorough details about David. Through advanced connections, they managed to determine the locations of his various bases of operation around the capital. Eventually, the time came for them to chase him down. Pant, pant, pant. Shit, why won't any of my flunkies pick up? Did the other bases already get wiped out? It took almost no time at all for the lid to get blown off our entire operation. Maybe the crew have finally shifted into high gear. No, this can't be anything bigger than a recon squad. Heh, haha, fire me. I can pick them off and then make a break for it before their main unit arrives. It's gonna, like, have some monster summoning flute? That's what they usually do when back in the corner. Dead end. Still, this should be far enough to give me some briefing room. Wrong, this is the end of the line. David the criminal consultant, I knew you'd come here to lay low. Who the hell are you? Wait, those clothes. You're telling me my subordinates let our bases get obliterated by a little girl? But not just any girl. That's right, I'm a Kruger warrior, and you're out of escape routes. Better make your peace. Hold your horses, little lady. I wasn't thinking straight. It was never my intention to soil your people's honor, I swear, so please. Die already and leave me be! Huh? Heh, made it with time to spare. Nice one, Frida. Your read on this being a sniper nest was spot on. Thanks, man. I owe you one. Sweet Maravedios! Stop. Listen, little lady. I have a sick mother back at home, so I have a heart to let me go, will ya? Just don't kill me. I'm begging you. The flames of judgment will cleanse the souls of the wicked. That's a law passed down through our tribe. Eek! Wait, what? Why'd you spare him? Huh? I'm still alive. I guess because, well, if he's not too big a threat, I guess you could just chuck him into the police. Or Marduk. Ending your life here would be letting you off easy. Your criminal consultations have probably built up a C network spreading in every direction. Oh, I see. You want to send him to CID or police so they can interrogate him and catch all his allies. It would be very reckless to just kill him right here without interrogating him first. I can't say I've truly fulfilled my duty as a warrior until it's all been burnt down to cinders. That makes you more valuable as fuel for the fire. If we throw you in the right place, your flames will smoke out the air crawling around in the dark. No, you weren't thinking of heading me into the CID, are you? Let's not be hasty. At least give me to the guild or the police. If I expose my connections, I'll be a dead man walking. By writing out your friends and colleagues, you'll earn their spite and lose their place in the underworld forever. But that's a fate you brought upon yourself, you and the countless evils you committed. There's no getting away. Your only hope is to pray. Pray to the flames and Arusha for forgiveness. Whew, and that's a wrap. I actually thought she was gonna do it. Afterward, Van contacted Second Lieutenant Kyla and turned David over to CID. Not once did I think anyone would make such a clean sweep of bringing this criminal consultant to justice. You may be young for a Kruger, but actually, why don't I say you did an amazing job and leave it at that? Just following orders is all. Can we count on you to handle the rest? You certainly can. We'll milk his connections for every last drop of intel they're worth. It's all over. I never should have gotten mixed up with the Kruger. Even if I didn't catch you, someone else would have sooner or later. Own up to your sins and atone like you mean it, and the warriors of Kruga might turn a blind eye to you. Huh. I know that stuff about your Umi being sick was probably a lie. But take good care of her, okay? Once you make amends and return home, I mean. Huh? You saw through that story about my mother, then why bother showing me any mercy at all? Heh, aha, doesn't make any damn sense. Always full of surprises, ain't ya? You pulled that off with flying colors. That'll teach me to doubt your abilities. I'm glad you found a path that worked for you. One where being a warrior isn't just about laying judgment down. It wouldn't have happened without your help gathering intel. Ever since I was little, I was taught that being a warrior meant purging evil where it stood, and I never questioned that. But then, last year, after everything that happened with Ida and me coming to Arcade Solutions, I overcame a lot of difficult challenges. I had to face up to the possibility of another me who never had that, and I wondered if I was betraying my duty. But the more I thought it over, the more I realized that there's more than just one answer. And I wanted to prove it somehow. This rite of passage gave me a chance to show that I was able to find my own answer. I don't know what Abi and Costume will think about it once they hear the details, though. Hey, when it comes down to it, you still stuck to your tribe's code, right? Don't anyone can give you a hard time over that. Yeah, you gave a pretty solid reason for sparing him, just to gather more intel. One thing's for sure, though, you've come a long way since you first started working for me, but you won't be able to put off killing forever, considering some of the people we're up against. Good job, Frida, I mean it. Man, all the time I spent with you and the rest of the team really paid off. I can't thank you enough for that. By the way, I hate to put you out even further, but can I make one more selfish request? Depends, what's on your mind? Whenever a warrior completes the rite of passage, they go through what we call the adornment ceremony. Traditionally, a trusted family member or friend is supposed to help put it on. I was originally going to ask Ida, but, you know, I've heard about this. It's a sacred, once-in-a-lifetime ritual. But I'm not even a Jaeger, let alone a warrior. You sure it's okay for me to take part? Sure, I'm sure, man. I'd really like it if you could see me off on my journey into adulthood. Well, can't say no to that. It's a big responsibility. I'll try to do it justice. Read it al-fayed, foul child of flames. May he walk with pride upon thy path until thy embers burn the last. On the honor of my people, Arusha's chosen, do I make this vow. And it's a little tickly. How do I look? Like you were born to wear it. This actually gives her a new costume piece, so maybe I should keep this result after all and skip someone else. Gotta admit though, I'm a little scared your dad's gonna want to work with me when he finds out I helped you come of age. Why would Abi care? No reason. That's a topic for when you're further down the road. If you say so, I already know I have a lot of ground to cover. So in the meantime, I'm gonna learn what I can by sticking with you. I promise to give it all I've got, for everyone who's helped me grow as a person. Yeah, I won't be able to max it. Well, I'm not gonna max or use everyone this chapter anyway, so it's probably fine. Of course, we're glad to have you, Frida. Okay, we've been very short and pleasant conversation for a while longer before heading back to join up with the rest of our friends.
I still have a lot to figure out, but right now, I'm proud of where I am. And until I've decided what path to follow, I'm gonna stay right by your side, Van. I want to learn as much as I can from you.
Okay, Aaron, a bother of a father. Rumor has it some guys was asking around about Aaron recently. He's a little distracted with the festival though. Maybe I should look into things before he catches wind of it. Upon splitting off from the rest of the group, Van decided to consider spending time with one of his friends. After taking the time to track him down, he and Aaron arranged to meet somewhere on Station Street. Let's show ready. I guess you do remember my face. Figured you'd be a little happier to see me after 10 years, Ronnie. Don't you dare call me that. What the hell are you doing here, anyway? Well, I'm not allowed to check up on how my kid's doing? I've been looking high and low for you, only to be led to Edith of all places. Man, you sure got big, though. You're a spitting image of UEFA when she... Keep my mother's name out of your damn mouth. This sure sounds like a lovely reunion. Van. There a reason we're meeting up in some back alley? You're not the only one with a nose for sniffing out trouble. I've been hearing rumors that this asshole is in town. Just follow them around and here I am. You must be the Spriggan. Thanks for keeping an eye on my son for so long. Man, you sure are the talk of the town. Leroy. He looks like a regular freaking NPC, but with the same color hair as Aaron. Anyway, I'm Leroy, Aaron's father. Van Arkwright, it's a real pleasure. Don't start acting all responsible, and you, stop trying to get friendly. There's no need to be so hostile, Aaron. I just like to get along with the men my son's been working for. You see, there's actually one other reason I came to the capital. Lend me some Mira, will ya? Just enough to get me back on my feet, please. I'm begging here. I ended up owing some money to a couple of real nasty guys, and now they've got it out for me. If I don't pay them back with interest, your old man's gonna be 6 hours under before you know it. Thank you, just when I thought I was going to be trying to sincerely reconcile. Now he's just... Come on, Ronnie, we're family, right? We're supposed to be able to count on one another. How about this? We let you go in the Marin Garden. If you clear a floor by yourself, we'll let you keep all the money you earn from it. If you don't have the funds now, maybe you can get an advance payment from your boss here. Shut up. You disgusting piece of shit. You haven't changed at all. You're not even sorry for all the crap you put my mother through. Get lost and don't let me see your face ever again. So that's how it is, huh? Well, I guess that's that. So my business here is finished then. See you around, Mr. Arkwright. If you're looking for a place to lay low, you could probably try the Blacklight District. Got plenty of folks down there in the same boat. Well, I've heard of that place. I'm sure I'll be right at home. Didn't you say you never had a dad? Yeah, and not like that useless piece of trash ever acted like one. My mom was a rising star in the world of Eastern theater. And all that slime ever did was waste her savings on booze and gambling. She went through hell because of him. In the end, though, he got on the wrong side of the Liu family and they drove him out of town. I think I was about 6 or so. And now he shows up over a decade later, just to ask for more money. Maybe it's not my place to say, but it's kind of hard to believe he's your dad. Guess the hair color kind of gives it away, though. That's what pisses me off the most. No matter how much I try to distance myself from him, we still share the same blood. I'll never understand why Mom ever cared for that guy. Still, you gotta wonder, why did he come searching for you now of all times? Oh, weren't you listening? He wanted to sponge some mirror off me. But why would he try to reunite with his son now after 10 years of silence? Now he's dumb enough to think you'd be all smiles. I don't think he ever actually believed you'd agree to pay off his debt. Well, I'm sure there was a tiny part of him hoping it'd all go his way, of course. What are you trying to say? Nothing really, just wondering if you're actually feeling okay about all this. That bastard ruined your mom's life, right? Figured you'd like to sock him over across the jaw at least. But I guess the whole thing was pretty unexpected. I'm sure you were just trying to put all the pieces together. So it's not like the little conqueror of Luizho, former child prodigy and genius of Eastern theater, to let someone off the hook like that. That being said, if you did want to give your dad a wet for, I wouldn't mind helping out. Grr. You're one hell of an instigator, you know that? You're right, though. That was pretty out of character for me. Let's go see if we can track the bastard down. Heh, that's more like it. Sometime later. You really thought you could hide from us, old man? Hand over the mirror, dirtbag. Why, family? Hey now, let's all just calm down a little, yeah? I'm a good-looking man. If you mess up my moneymaker, you'll never get your mirror back. Ugh. What have we here? A family picture, huh? That's not... Oh, why so flustered, Leroy? It's not like we don't know who your little boy is. Took the liberty of digging into your background quite some time ago, after all. Seriously, why are there still remnants? I thought they got recruited into the Lee family. We also know you're just some good-for-nothing who got chased out of Longport. At first we thought you were a little more than some deadbeat dad, but I think we might just have a use for you. A hostage against Aaron? You see, Sal uses his pawns, and Galong left us to the dogs. The Lie family's practically in shambles. Taking advantage of someone like you is our best chance of getting out of this hole. Not only to get one over on the losing Lees, but Aaron too. Come on, Leroy, what do you say? Mind drawing your son out for us? We might even forgive all your debt. Hell, you already banned him once. I'm sure a second time won't hurt. Maybe it'll help if you just look at it as getting revenge to lose. Heh. What the? You bastard! Look, there's no need to threaten my family. I'll get you your mirror back. But as far as Ronnie's concerned, no way am I letting you guys lay a finger on him. You think we're giving you a choice here? Gah! Pant, looks like you still haven't learned your place. You don't get to refuse. Just shut up and do what you're told. You guys just don't know when to quit. Aaron and the Spriggan. So you found us, huh? You played right into our... Shut up. Huh? He's got his boss aura. Ronnie. Let's make this quick. Right. Do I actually have to play out this battle? Because I don't think I equipped Aaron with anything. So it was the Light family that was after you. Man, these guys are like cockroaches. Whew, you two really saved my behind. Say, Ronnie, where do you learn to fight like that? Those guys are nothing compared to... Eek! Don't start acting all excited, Slimeball. What the hell's up with that picture of yours, anyway? Thought you could just flash at me and all would be forgiven? Aaron, calm down. You know, on the way over, I was trying to figure what was really behind your dad's arrival. But I think I finally landed on the truth. The anniversary of your wife's death was at the end of last year, right? With me being shut out of Longport, I've never had a chance to visit Uefa's grave. And I'd heard rumors that Aaron, had been doing business in the capital recently. So I figured if I couldn't pay my wishes to her, I could at least go see the son she left behind. Of course I say that, but the whole bit about wanting to borrow some mirror was true too. See, I've been trying to find a spring lily like the ones that grow over in the road cave. I had a hell of a time trying to find a real one though. Think you'd be willing to place it at her grave for me? Screw you. If you cared about her so much, then why didn't you do anything when she was still alive? It doesn't matter if the Liu family forced you out. You should have been there for us. Whatever. Now that we've talked, I think I finally understand. Roughing you up's not gonna fix the mess you made. Heh. I'll take care of the flower for you. Don't think Mom would want to turn it down anyway. Now get out of here, loser. Guess I'll see myself out then. You can leave the Light family's goons to us. Huh? What are you guys doing here? How come you never told us that these Light guys were still looking around? I thought you had them under control, Sal. Well, they pose very little trouble to Hayway. Why would we bother? I didn't think they'd be making deals with Leroy, though, of all people. Well, I suppose we have them by the tail now. Might as well root the last of them out. I'm sure the Lee family will take care of them, right? Along with all the extortion schemes they've been running. Indeed, we'll work together to clean up this riffraff. I trust that'll keep our relationship affable as well. Sheesh, you two make it sound so easy. Does that mean my debt to the Light family is being wiped out? Talk about a lucky break. Or is it just being transferred to Lou's and Lee's? I'd say you don't deserve it, but I'm sure you have plenty of our debts to pay off, huh? That's correct. There seem to be a fair number of debt collectors on the hunt for him at this very moment. In fact, I believe I've heard they've started gathering in the capital. You really don't know when to quit, do you? Well, I suppose that means I should be off. Ronnie, Mr. Spriggan, make sure you take good care of yourselves. And so Leroy disappeared once more into the unknown, taking great care to cover his tracks behind him. Asha and Sal left as well to deal with the remaining Light family members. With the others gone, both Van and Aaron decided to take the chance to regroup with their friends. Shit, I hate that you got to see all of my dirty laundry. Well, it sure took long enough anyway. I'm glad we got all out in the open though. You know, even with all his problems, he's still the man your mother chose to love. You just have to accept the fact that he's your blood. Will you stop acting like you have all the answers? I'll never forgive him for what he put my mom through. If I just left it at that, I feel like I would have walked away with a lot more regrets. Honestly, I'm sort of glad you talked me into going after him. I think I'll go ahead and consider that a victory then. Man, you really are growing up. Don't touch me, creep. Guess he really did inherit that spirit. I'm so sorry, Ronnie. I wish it would have ended with me. Still, of all those friends of yours, I'm sure you'll do just fine. What? Ended with you? Wait, does that mean he had tyrant powers as well? Not that I have much room to speak.
Blood isn't everything, but I guess my connection to him is still important. Guess I have you to thank for... No, forget it!
Grimcat and Peril. Judith left to go get some info as Grimcat. She said she'd be back in the festival in no time, but something's giving me a bad feeling. I should be probably ready just in case. But it sounds like she can handle it either way. Leaving the festival with a rather detailed excuse, Judith headed out to do some Grimcat field work. However, shortly after her departure, Van received a desperate call. What the heck was so urgent that she needed me to come all the way out here? Hey Van, this way! What the hell are you doing? I thought you were done with work. Why are you still in your Grimcat getup? Seriously, I wouldn't be surprised if there were rumors about some masked perv in the area already. If I could change, I would. It's just... I can't transform back. Wait, what? How? What? During the festival, Judith had managed to get a lead on the cadre of pickup artists that have been causing no grief, enough grief to young women. Not wanting to miss her opportunity, she managed to steal a critical piece of evidence and deliver it to the police. However, upon finishing her work, she came to realize that the Grimcat transformation could only be partially undone. Well, at least we were able to get you a bathrobe to cover up a little, but the mask is going to be an issue. It just kind of made you look like even more, like an even bigger pervert. No, it doesn't, but thanks for helping out, I guess. Now I can finally relax a little. I just wish I knew how to change back. Man, this is going to be a real pain. Patrol cars have been keeping a pretty sharp eye on the area recently, so just having some creep like you in the car is a big risk. Well, excuse me for existing. Please, Van, you gotta help me out of here. We talked about this before, remember? We both turned into some strange-looking creatures, so we should have each other's backs. Well, I don't think my transformation is quite on par with yours, but don't worry, I'm not about to leave you high and dry. I don't get it. Hers is the simplest-looking transformation compared to the others. So just so you're aware, though, I'm not exactly the premier scholar in your whole magic changey thing. Unless you're willing to fill me on some of the details, I doubt it'll be of much help. Is it like a shard thing? You have a point, but don't you know there are secrets a thief should never reveal? I'm assuming it's nothing like what happens with Mara and me. It doesn't really seem like Aaron's whole tyrant situation either. So if it's not a holo, it's not some spirit reincarnation thing, it's probably some kind of family heirloom deal, is that right? So, you know, I can't tell whether you're a genius or just a real pain in the neck. However, no sense hiding it if you've already figured it out. So that's it, huh? Yes, this compact is what triggers my transformation. Grammy gave it to me when she thought I was ready to take on the responsibility. She told me all about our family studio as Grimcat back then. As long as this thing remains in our possession, Grimcat will always be there to save the day. Okay, so do you know how it actually works? If that device is what helps you transform, maybe it was just bugged out or something. Maybe we use a Genesis on it. Hold on, you've been using this thing for how long you don't even know how it works? Well, why would I need to? It's been fine up till now. Stuff like this never happened to Mom or Grammy. So fine, I guess we'll just have to ask someone else for help. Our best bet might just be Grammy then. Oh no, I'm gonna get chewed out for this, aren't I? Sounds like you better get ready for a butt whooping. Oh, get real, she never... Well, actually, she just might. Damn, I guess I should give her a call. So the two agreed to talk with Judith's grandmother. However, due to an inability to get in contact, they decided to meet her where she was most likely to be. After deciding to make their way to Montmartre, where a woman had been spotted earlier, they were informed she only recently stepped out. Oh, good grief, she wasn't in her hotel room either. I only told you to pull off the highway because I thought she'd be here. You could tell the front desk staff thought we were fishy too. Man, this is turning into more of a mess than I thought it'd be. Well, at least her grandma stands out in the crowd. There must be someone around here who knows where she went. If it isn't Van, what are you doing over here? And isn't that... Crap, of all people! Oh hey, I thought you two were still enjoying the festival. Mr. Guy forgot his notebook in the hotel room, so we came back to pick it up. All those passionate youths, it was filling me to the brim with inspiration. Anyway, what are you doing at a hotel in the middle of the day? Having a secret rendezvous? Actually, why is that lady of yours wearing a mask? And that brightly colored hair? Why does it look so familiar? Shit. You really shouldn't pry into their private affairs, Mr. Gotti. She might just be one of Van's clients. That's right. I'm afraid my position prevents me from revealing my true identity, so as unseemly as it is, I had to disguise myself like this before requesting help. Yeah, unfortunately, she's really got no clue how the world works. Poor thing didn't realize she'd stand out so much dressing like that. Hey, watch your mouth, bub. I see. Well, that's bad for you. You sure do take all kinds under your wing, huh? But my young lady, looks like you've got a pretty nice figure under that bathrobe. In fact, you're probably about the same size as Judith. What would you say of being in my next... There he goes again. We'd actually better get going, Mr. Guy. Talk to you later, Van. Before I forget, you two haven't seen Dominique around lately, have you? I have a few things I wanted to run by her. Miss Lancer, maybe you could try the Shrine Mall. I think I overheard something about her having a meeting there today. Really? I mean, is that so? Thanks, Nina. See you two back at the festival. Ooh, I got out of that one by the skin of my teeth. At least we got a lead, though. Yeah, thank the gods for Nina. Anyway, let's head on over to Shrine Mall. Good, make sure you keep at it, and don't forget to do an acoustics check. Understood. You're here. Oh, Grammy. Huh? Wait, don't say it out loud! I'm glad we found— oh crap, no, look at me! Good goddess. What in the hell were you thinking? Look, I'm sorry, Grammy, really. Doesn't sound like there's a problem with the device itself. You can fix it, right? I mean, surely Judith can't be stuck like this forever. Don't even joke about that. There's no way that happened, right, Grammy? Yeah, strange that her transformation doesn't have a duration battle, which makes it actually more practical than other ones, even if it's not as strong. Well, we're certainly not going to get anywhere with you throwing a fit about it. Hand over and I'll have it fixed in a jiffy. After a brief assessment, Dominique took to skillfully repairing the compact with a few precision tools she had on her person. And in only a matter of moments, the issue was resolved. Revert. Does Judith not have a toolkit to fix the compact of her own? We did. I'm normal again. Told you it'd all work out. You've really got to start learning how to handle these things yourself, Judith. Anyway, I've optimized the compact for you. There shouldn't be any issues for a while. Thanks, Graham. Which leads me to ask, when was the last time you did any maintenance on the thing? I told you to always make sure it stays in working condition. You should be checking it on it every day. Honestly, Judith, the compact's a tool, not a toy. You should be treating it with the respect it deserves. Treat it like a several $1,000 computer. So, and she's this old and I still have to give her a butt whooping. Anything but that. Listen, I know I screwed up. I'll do better. Hard to believe the trigger for your transformation is just some little orbital device. I'm guessing it's the same one the first Grimcat used. That's right, I inherited it myself over 50 years ago. For more than half a century, it's been our family's great honor to not only safeguard the secret of Grimcat, but to use its power for good. Never had someone so reckless about a job as this one, though. Hey, I try to be careful. I just had a run of bad luck is all. Well, I'll admit, that gung-ho attitude of yours is probably what led to you taking down so many evildoers. You got Chloe and I beat there, at least. But I imagine it's also what led to you attacking Mr. Arkwright and Farbat, isn't that right? How do you know about that? Now that I think about it, Agnes did say something about her Genesis reacting that night. That compact of theirs, I have a feeling it's all connected somehow. But there's only 8 Genesis, right? Is their compact the secret 9th one? Sounds like this thing came into play right around the Orbital Revolution too. Might be something to consider in the future. Maybe it's like maybe it was like some kind of flawed recreation of the Genesis? Anyway, I really appreciate all your help today, Van. You have my thanks as well. I'm sorry my granddaughter keeps causing you so much trouble. I certainly never plan on anyone else learning about our heirloom here, but I think the secret's safe in your hands. I mean, all I did was drive her around some, but I'm glad I could help. And don't worry about me spilling your secret. My lips are sealed. That's what I'd like to hear. Well, I suppose I'd better be off. Keep an eye on this one for me, Spriggan. Grammy. Sheesh, really starting to feel like one of the family. Well, it's not all that surprising. You've really done a lot for us. Where I'm Judith the actress or Grimcat the fan thief, I'm grateful you're always there to lend me a hand. Wow, that actually sounded pretty sincere. You sure you didn't catch a cold or something? Of course I didn't. Look, I get it's a little unusual coming from me, but I never really had a chance to thank you for everything. Especially because you've given me the perfect chance to fulfill my duty as a Grimcat. Seriously, thank you. Well, you're welcome. I'm sure you still have plenty of adventures to come, but we'll be right there to back you up when you need it. Yeah, us moonlighting do-gooders gotta stick together, right? I'm excited to see what the future holds. I guess we ought to get... Grammy! I realized I forgot something. I can't just let you off the hook for your negligence, after all. I think a few wallops will set you on the right track, don't you think? In fact, maybe I'll even call up Chloe to get a few hits in. Cut me some slack, Grammy. Hey, didn't you just say something about backing me up, Anne? Sorry, but you're on your own for this one. Here's hoping it's a valuable learning experience. How can you leave me like this, you cold-hearted brute? Now, that Van left Judith to deal with Dominique's disciplining. She caught up with him eventually, albeit looking a little worse for wear.
You know, it just hit me that we have a lot in common. Wait, don't take that the wrong way. I just mean it's uncanny that we both have these secret sides to ourselves. We're like confidants or something.
Thanks for tuning in to this Let's Play of Trails through Daybreak 2. If you enjoyed, please leave a like, subscribe, and or hit the bell icon.